We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check safety. Watch the shit. Watch the ship.
On first down, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, this Week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals, no strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League, way back in 1960 to 1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Here's Le'Veon Bell's first carry as a New York Jet. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. To return is Roberts. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Check. Get it.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Okay, Alpha. They're not ready for this. Ready?
From the 36, Locke. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Lock now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Go! Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. There.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo. Rip right. 80 weapons.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here now, Roberts. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kevin White, 70 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
We got this.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got a moonwalk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold, and that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Back.
Here's Darnold. And he finds his man Griffin. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bell. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Bell. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Bravo! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Darnold from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Ficken's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Locke. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Slam. Look, squeeze. Tighten up. Go. Motion. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
They run with Ajayi. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Clock now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what? Will be an important fourth down. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. A good pickup there at 22. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. 20. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Check, 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 check. 25, check 25, check 25. Bang, bang. Ready? Let's go.
Now Bell.
I got it.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
Watch the edge. Check 24, check 24. Check, 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 check. Yo, lady. Check.
They get it to him running left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after try forthcoming. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 3, check 3. X3, 2 18 now.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Down. 60 or. Get that quarterback, Keon. Get that quarterback. Hey, high 7. Yeah, yeah. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Wildfield.
Throwing his lock on third down. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Bills. 44 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Shit. 36, 36. He's coming. Hey, lock it.
Here's Ajayi. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He finds Yeldon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. General West. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 81 yards, and the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point safely through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop.
It got his man complete past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown taking it in. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Bell. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Locke. Completes it to Ajayi. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Right there. Hey, echo. 54 Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Darnold now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's get it. Hey, Haywood.
Again, Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Darnold now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Darnold. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
And the Bills first down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here. White's got a first down and more. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Come to me, it's me. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. It's how I feel.
From the gun, it's Locke. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Finding Knox there, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Then he finds his man, Griffin. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Down. 90, Wolf.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 50. Check 50. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bills, Not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.